So then let's transition over to the Moments of Triumph, which was unveiled on Bungie Day.
Yeah.
Alongside 2 videos. So,
Okay.
So just to give people the holistic thing, right? So 2 videos released. One was about fan moments, and there was a bunch of different like stuff culled from YouTube.
Yeah.
It was put into like this super video, right? Which was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a fan, that's for you.
We were supposed to be in it, but I didn't sign the thing.
Oh, what?
I felt really dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happens. It
Yeah.
happens.
I just got too busy.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll survive. What could have been, ladies and gentlemen. But then you had conversations with creators, which they did with PlayStation, which I hate to be a sort of a negative guy, negative Nancy on that one, but I was not that impressed by the quality of information kind of revealed through that or talked about through that conversation with creators. I felt kind of disappointed because it felt like there was...
It was just a podcast talking about the game,
it was, but
around.
it felt like there was more joking around and less of a commitment to answer some of Will's questions. And I think the host, Will Wheaton, did a really good job of trying to get them to talk more, but
Bungie
just kind of
doesn't talk about anything. They're just like, nope, not allowed to talk about that.
But then why do these things?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Why go out there and give us non-answers? You know why? Because it gives them a chance to push their marketing message, and they've gotten really good at that.
No, I'm disappointed.
I'm not saying that that's good.
Yeah.
That's just a problem in general, though, with media, is everybody's media trained now, so you go in and you get the press release set of answers, and that's why almost every interview online is exactly the same.
No, and there were some fun parts of it. Like, I don't want to be too down on the whole thing, but that wasn't... I was hoping for a bigger deal out of that interview. I didn't really get it. But I will say that Moments of Triumph was announced when we talk about that, right? So this is a set of, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things you need to do in year 1 to get a
level
special
20,
emblem.
defeat Skolas, win 100 Crucible matches, find all the golden chests, beat Crota on hard, beat Atheon on hard. That's like 7 of them off the top of my head.
Kill that Skolas, you said already. Yeah. No, there's some Crucible stuff in there, like you said.
Yeah.
Public events. There's a bunch
40,
of stuff.
50 public events, 50 public events.
So how do you feel about this? There's an emblem you will get.
It is so
on September
sweet.
15th.
You do all this really hard stuff, and your reward, you become legend. You get an emblem. It is a background for your symbol that like 3 people see. It's lame as hell.
Okay.
It is lame.
Okay.
It is a letdown. It is a disappointment. And they have this slick UI and all this other cool stuff. And I think the whole community is just kind of like, and what? Like, that's it?
No, and
it's an emblem?
Yeah, and
this is how I become legend?
Don't get it until September 15th is kind of a bummer too.
Well,
right?
it gives people 2 months to like reach that point, and I understand that.
But anyone who has can't have it yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like I had it on PS4 already, and I totally understand why the community is let down, because I was like, oh, cool, it's Bungie Day. They're going to do something special. Yeah, what are they going to show us? Oh, Moments of Triumph. Oh, this is so neat. Oh, I did all that stuff. What? Oh, I got an emblem that I can't have yet, and I have to wait till September.
To make your year 2 friends jealous.
I don't. It's not even that, like, no offense to the design. Well, yeah, it's going to be offensive, but I don't even think it's that cool looking. Like, I'm not blown away by the design either. I think there's cooler ones you can buy in the time. I'm really let down by this. I was really excited, you know? And it's just like, what? Come on.
History has shown that Bungie Day has been
it's supposed to be a special day.
Yeah, because unlike
they
many
didn't really
studios,
do much.
Bungie chooses this day, and they started this sort of tradition July 7th, 2007. Folks will remember that was the year Halo 3 was on the way.
Yeah.
There was a lot of excitement for that game.
Are you transitioning to Bungie Day?
No, I'm just setting up a little bit of it.
Got it.
But no, we're not going to transition yet. No, I found myself disappointed too, where I just felt like...
Should have been more substance.
Yeah, or like you say, I mean, we were talking about it earlier, but just have some kind of a fun event within your game or a series of quests within your game that isn't tied to a Red Bull sponsorship, that isn't tied to, some sort of a marketing message. And I get that this is video games. We're in a business, right? We talk about a business. We are part of a community that is set up in a business. But at the end of the day, you have, according to your metrics, people who are playing an average of 3 hours a day your game. And you mean to tell me that this one day of the year that is supposed to be a special day for your studio, for your team, you didn't really bring it that day with a game that felt like it could have brought something new or something really special. Emblems aren't really that thing, unfortunately. Like, I think if emblems were part of something else, I don't think it would have been a problem.
You know what? It really reminded me of, you ever see the movie A Christmas Story? Where he gets the decoder ring and he's all excited. He's like, oh, I'm so excited. I finally got it. I'm going to be a spy. I'm going to get all this cool stuff. And then he decodes it and it's like, buy Ovaltine. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
No,
and that's how it felt. So Bungie, if you guys have ever watched A Christmas Story and you want to, it was kind of like letting down everybody on Christmas.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I mean, let's be fair. Yeah, to some degree. And
I wish you were like, oh man, I'm so excited about the emblem for balance here, but there's not a whole lot to.
No, I'm definitely not poo-pooing it as hard as you are, but I am at the same time not super enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
I do feel like
I wanted to be super excited. I wanted to come on the show today and talk about, oh man, did you see what they did for Bungie Day? They did all this cool stuff in the world, and like they gave you new consumables that you could check out.
Yeah.
And no, they gave you a very difficult set of tasks to do or to achieve that some people who don't play Crucible are having a lot of very hard time with. And yeah, you got an emblem. I feel like there has to be more. There has to be more for doing this.
I don't think
there's no way that they actually think that an emblem was enough.
So part of me thinks that the reason this happened is just that it's all hands on deck to get the Taken King out the door.
Maybe, yeah.
Between now and September, and that's not a ton of time.
Yeah.
When you think about it, in the game development world, development is hard. There's a lot of testing involved. There's a lot of things that have to get done.
Yeah, let's look at it from their side. It's like we have to do something for Bungie Day. It's like, okay, like how are you going to manage that with your workload?
Yeah.
We could do an emblem. Maybe I could like take an hour and make this emblem. And like one of the engineers is like, I can make like a set of tasks for like the year one players that really went in.
Well, I think we are overlooking the sense of accomplishment if when they announced it, you saw what was required and you did it. I think for some people that was a moment. That was like, man, I did all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like forget the I Am Legend part. That's marketing, fine.
Yeah.
But just, man, I did do all that stuff. I've got this exclusive thing. I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
I think there's some people who are pretty satisfied with that.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that it's not us.
There's a sense of accomplishment. Like I'm playing on Xbox right now, and I'm like, oh, you know, I haven't beat Skolas yet on Xbox. I haven't completely unlocked the circle.
Yeah.
So for me, it does give me something to strive towards.
Okay.
Yeah.